Mead, Metal, and MMA podcast for this week. The experts would say we fucked her, bud.
I don't get it. That we play a lot of high-end shit to open up in the background even. I don't even splice it in. And apparently you can't play any Ozzy Osbourne music on his birthday.
That's what it is, because it's Ozzy's birthday. So guess what? You're going to get a weird little audio thing. It's like a little audio speed bump, and it'll hit the very front of the podcast right when we start talking. In technical terms, that's what's going on, right?
You hardly even notice it, really.
Maybe. I mean, it depends on how much liquor you've had.
And hey, we got a girl on the show.
That's right.
Woo! We did it.
Woo!
Happy birthday, buddy.
Happy birthday indeed to John Osborne.
That's to his mama.
No, I call him John.
Oh, you call him John? You're first name basis with John, huh?
You bet. Hey. It's a Friday, and I'm not drunk yet. That's kind of weird, right?
It is.
Really?
Yeah. See, Krista joined us again. She's almost like the official third. Almost.
That is true.
Ow. I'm okay with that.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. These shits are these are our podcast mics. You got to be a little.
That's right. You got to be up on it.
Oh, really up close and personal. My lips are brushing the mic.
No,
all up in them guts.
No, and mainly because we like to hang out with Krista anyway. So that's
It's a good time.
Yeah.
Kind of a Friday thing. It's all right.
I would like to say though, Krista was with us when we had that crazy ass like almost 4,000 view podcast, right?
Yeah, tapered off a little bit. We peaked at 3.3,
Right.
which I think is pretty good.
Apparently,
little
if
now.
we add kink to the podcast,
Yeah, something about people love pissing, right?
There's just something to be said about piss.
Yeah, some not good, by the way, but yeah,
No.
something to be said about it. Which, by the way, and having said that, I would love to say, Michael. I'm not sure how to pronounce his last name, but I would invite him to go fuck himself because he clearly doesn't know what he's talking about. Our last podcast, we talked about a variety of things, but the primary was about Randy Rhoads.
Yeah. It falls into one of our big three.
To which then he has to comment. Feels the need, because that's what it is, right? It's all the world. Let's all comment on shit that doesn't really involve us.
Finally got what we wanted.
And he decides he's going to comment with one word, and that word is clickbait. Well, I would actually say, sir, you're fucking wrong. The one before that was clickbait.
Yeah. It's like we talked about that girl pissing on a dude's face for a solid 4 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, that's like almost half the podcast about Randy Rhoads and his influence.
And we had more comments about people bitching about masks and actually a pretty good pun about a golden moment in rock and roll. I actually really appreciated that one.
That man, people with clever comments, I fucking dig them.
Clever man, if you're subscribed and you're listening today, thank you for staying around.
Thank you for the sanity.
Get a hold of more funny, smart people like yourself and bring them on down our way.
We actually have an update from LJ this time, which is fun. Yeah. He made sure he got that into you earlier, from what I understand.
Is that a fact?
I got
right now.
I got to say this because I don't handle the nuts and bolts of this. That's Brandon territory. So if you like going through a middleman, yeah, hit me up. But generally, I handle what? I handle the people that are going to hang out with us for this shit.
Yeah.
Which is usually Krista.
You deal with the people. I deal with people I don't have to see.
Yeah, you deal with the engineering side of this, the production side.
So I'm looking at my email right now, and I ain't got nothing.
Damn it, LJ.
Oh, no.
You promised.
Although, LJ, I will say this, is that next one we're going to do, and I'm not sure if we're doing it, a week from today or 3 weeks from today. We can't do it 2 weeks from today because we're doing the... We
got a moment in time we need to deal with.
We're doing the Mead Hall gift exchange 2 weeks from right now.
Sorry, but y'all bitches ain't invited.
Yeah,
so,
right. We'll report on it. We'll let you know if anybody bought me some drawers this year. And so that way I'll be good for another year. So I'll be good for 2022.
The Friday after that...
I'm lying. I go Commando. Who are we kidding here?
Oh, well, that's always fun.
No, it's... I actually did back when I was in my 20s.
Oh,
hold on, show of hands. Who here is does the Commando thing or has or does? Okay, all three of us. Now,
it's been a long time.
Oh, I was
she's
like,
a lady, so it's like kind of okay.
Currently Commando.
Oh,
is
good
that,
for
is
you.
That a,
The
yes.
current Commando. I believe they call that Commander.
Let me wipe that spittle off my mouth. Denim is a rough haul, yeah?
Yeah.
I mean,
It can definitely rub a little funny sometimes.
if you got like exposed genitalia inside the said denim, and it's
I imagine for a guy especially, it can be a little
Itchy.
problematic.
That's-
itchy too.
itchy.
that's for dudes in their 20s that haven't figured out how to do laundry yet. That's what that shit is.
I actually have a really good story about going
There
Commando.
we go.
Well, I mean, good for probably all. It's embarrassing.
Good for
me.
all the wrong reasons.
So I was 11, I want to say. And this was when I was living with my dad and my stepmother, who didn't really take care of me as far as like,
These are the same people who made you wear like flip-flops to Las Vegas, right?
yeah. Sent me to Portales in a pair of swim shoes.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Real quality folks.
Love
then.
dad's side of my
Yeah.
family. It's great. So I always had to walk. This is going to sound like an old man story. I had to walk a quarter mile to the bus stop to go to
And the
school.
snow both ways.
Yeah. Well, yeah, shit. Kind of true. But it's like a half mile. It's fine. I was a fat shit. Didn't matter. And they had not done laundry. I'm fucking 11. I don't know how to do laundry.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't have any,
11, you get a free pass, right?
I don't have any clean chones. I don't have nothing here. I'm like, yeah, well, fuck it. I got a clean pair of jean shorts.
Jorts. The old jorts.
Oh, yeah. You're a fat redhead in the 90s. You're wearing jorts.
Yeah.
Trust me. So I make the jaunt down to the bus. I was like one of the first 5 stops on the route. So I get to sit in the back, and the first pickups we're all girls, and we were like friendly because we would chat. I mean,
Right.
someone like one was a year below me, one was a year above. So they're already back there, and I'm fucking walking back like, oh, hey, what's going on, y'all guys? Proceed to eat shit. I mean, I just face plant down that little narrow fucking deal. Pretty good. But I don't get hurt or nothing.
Right.
So I get up like, oh, that wasn't fun. Go and sit in my deal and get on the corner of it. So I'm like, so what's going on with y'all? And I'm man spreading, because I'm a man and I'm big.
Right?
And downtown is just on display.
Like out one, like leaking out a chimney one side of it?
I had ripped probably a foot gash in my jeans.
There you go.
Oh,
From crotch to leg. So it was just like, no, they're just my dick and balls, my 11-year-old dick and balls.
Hello, ladies.
Resting on this chair and 2 girls staring at it.
Now, this is something you're cool with us, reenacting down, say, on the square or something, right?
As long as it's for charity. It's fine.
I actually have ones very, very similar. Thankfully, it involved, a fucking relative, but I was...
Oh, how did it hit? Well,
what the hell?
I was extremely embarrassed. We didn't talk too much.
How did you did you get to school?
I had to go to
and,
school
get
and go to the
clothes?
office and be like, I gotta call somebody.
Yeah.
My penis is out.
Now, mine wasn't split like a foot, but
Oh my
I will say
God.
this. When I was about the same age, right around the same age, maybe actually 10 or 11, something like that, but my nieces lived in El Paso. They'd come to Indiana every year,
Yeah.
like summer, for like a month or two, something
right.
like that. And, there was great times as a kid. Got other kids to run around and play with and shit like that. And then one day, and I'm running around wearing jorts, that's it, and a tank top because it's Indiana and the humidity is 100%. It's like 89 degrees or whatever, It was hotter than hell. And I remember I go, and I'm fake fighting with my niece who's about the same age as I am, and I go to throw in a front kick, which, as you can imagine, a 10 or 11-year-old, and how true to
Agile
how
you are.
great form that was. It was
Yeah,
like, man, he's snapping it off like a ninja. But, yeah, I did, and I felt something weird downstairs, kind of like a back and forth, around where apparently there was a rip I was not familiar with. So in throwing a kick, I was also throwing other things. Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Yeah, that's a problem.
You might have got a little gooch in there then.
Well, actually, a little glad that all this shit befell us long before we were, say, I don't know, 16, 17 years old.
adults.
Yeah.
That'd have been a lot more different.
Sure.
I mean, 11 and Pecker being out, it's just like, well, it's not really that offensive yet.
Not yet.
Just give it 3 more years. Right? 3 more years, and it's going to be a scene straight out of Caligula. It's like, I sat in gum. Oh, no, that's just my ball bag. Sorry, my bad.
You do anything fun to that extent?
No, I guess like every other woman, I have a period bleed through story, but I've never ripped my pants in public.
Yeah.
Only clothes ripping going on in the bedroom.
Only consensual ripping of clothing.
Of
Correct.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, though, to talk about the former, because I think every dude has a period bleed-through story, too. Usually out of, I think mine was like in 5th grade.
Uh-huh.
Something like that.
And you, like,
4th or
remember
5th.
the first girl.
And I remember, like, this kid sitting behind me, this one dude, and he's a pain in the ass, and he stunk really bad, but all of a sudden, like, in the middle of class, he goes, "Oh, my God, she's bleeding."
Oh, no.
And, like, the entire fucking class turns around and shit.
No.
Oh,
See,
yeah.
thank goodness I wasn't embarrassed like that. I caught it. And now, granted, I was in white pants, but I thankfully had a jacket, so I just had to do the jacket around the waist thing for the rest of the day until I got home.
How many decades did it take for you to start wearing white pants again?
Decades.
Yeah, I was like, honestly, I don't own another pair of white pants. Oof. So you've made a good call, I guess. Yeah.
I have my moments. Apparently when I'm 11.
I got 3 pair of white pants. I only break out for special occasions.
Waiting for that Miami Vice to come back.
That's right.
I don't know about y'all, but when I wear white, I always spill something on myself. It's like guaranteed. So I just don't wear white.
The closest I've gotten to white is khaki.
Yeah, there you go.
And even that'll get fucked up.
Yep.
I think most of the people on Cops would agree with you. Looking at their wife beaters, right? It's like they've all got something on them shits.
Yeah, those are always lovely.
Never arresting one with a clean wife beater. That's for sure. That's for damn sure. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to go ahead and bring this up for those still listening that are like, they ain't talking about the shit I want to hear. So this is going to be the first one that's actually going to have the ability for you to skip to whatever the fuck you want to listen to.
Now, you used to do that, though, right?
Well, I'd put timestamps down in the description.
Oh, okay.
And then they highlight where you can click on it, and then it'll bump you to that time. Well, now they have it where it's on the actual time bar itself.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Where it can be like, here's this part, and then it'll have a little gash, and they'll be like, oh, well, then now they talk about this.
Getting internet fancy with the gashes and whatnot.
That's right. You like that shit?
Yeah, she used the word gash, didn't you?
Yeah.
Because as we all know, that's a different word.
It's one of those words that makes me like wriggle when it's used.
Worse than the C word?
Absolutely. I love the word cunt. I think it's great. Sorry.
I do.
Gash fucks you up more than cunt?
Yes.
Well, the Brits use.
It just sounds so. I don't know. I think of like an open wound when I hear the word gash, so it just makes me gross out.
Right.
It's like that whole moist overused.
Yes.
So what's worse?
Right.
Yeah.
Used.
So you can peer along the bottom end of your YouTube line here and find yourself kind of the spot you want to be in. So that way you don't think we're providing undue clickbait for your enjoyment.
I have an update.
Oh,
so I figured I should probably touch base with LJ.
right.
Oh God.
And I asked him, I was like, hey, man, currently in the middle of the podcast, Kev said you had a segment for it.
Yep.
That's still on the table.
Right.
He said, yeah. Did it send? I said, I did not get it, man. So
Maybe
we should be getting.
we might have one.
We might actually. We're going to have one. We're going to have one. I'm going to guarantee it. Guaranteed. On the tape.
We haven't even had that guy. It's been like October, right? Since his meltdown on his
That was
studio? Early November.
Yeah, it was fairly recent, actually.
Well, over a month. Over a month of no LJ is kind of a long month.
Yeah, that's true. Any month without LJ is a long month.
We, at some point later on in the month, though, we got, and I think I'd referenced it a while ago before I got completely spaced out. The later on, like either the next, well, it depends on when the next one is. The last one of the year, correct me if I'm wrong, Brandon, but 2021's been a shit year for new music, really.
There's been a few that have been like surprisingly good, but
Yeah.
nothing anticipated that like just blew our tits off.
Right. So what we're going to do, whatever the final one of 2021 is going to be, we'll do our top 3 favorite releases of the year, and we'll get LJ to jump in with that because he's certainly kept his finger a little more on the pulse of a lot of new releases. If it's a band I know, I'm definitely going to check it out. If it's somebody I don't know at all, there's a pretty good chance I'm not.
Yeah, I think it's a fair shout.
And I'm not going to bother Krista with that one because asking her what her favorite metal releases of the year would be a, kind of a short list.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, I don't follow metal close enough.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to have to ask you to get the fuck out of here.
Sorry, I'm not metal enough for you guys.
We keep her around for all the other fun things.
Exactly.
And stuff like that.
We're metal enough for everyone we know.
Precisely.
Even Ruben. Sharts fired.
Which, by the way, speaking of Ruben, he'd post on social media his top 5 Spotify.
Fucking a lot of people have been doing that.
Yeah. You aren't going to see that shit from yours truly because I don't even have a Spotify account.
I only use it at work.
I guess if I worked a job like yours, yeah, I'd probably have one. But I've never felt the need because I don't know, YouTube is a thing, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And that way, it's just one less place that has my details.
I will say this: the breakdown that Jackie, our boss, got for Spot, because it's her account, she pays for it. She got the breakdown for what we use at work. We're at our job. We're in the top 1% of like listeners as far as like time put in.
Well, that's because you guys listen 10
time.
hours, 12 hours a day, right?
Fuck
10
yeah.
hours, 10 hours.
And then she listens to it when we're not at work.
Yeah.
But it was the musical genres that were listened to.
Well, that's kind of where I'm curious.
I want to say it was triple digits.
Okay.
It'd be like a ridiculous number.
Are they Mac Miller songs?
I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, the reason I ask is because Ruben's was a little shocking to me, is that Ruben's number 1 on his Spotify for the entire year was Jamiroquai.
Really?
For the year.
For the year.
Wow.
For the whole fucking year.
That's kind of shocking.
That's
but
a little
also,
shocking,
I
yeah.
kind of like it.
And then number 2, Real Big Fish.
I love Real
See, I
Big
can get
Fish.
behind that one.
So do I. I got to admit, I just feel like this was
Sorry,
your
I'm being
Ruben's
a woo
like,
girl and I'm not even drunk.
You good.
Ruben's like, man, I'm just going to be listening to that ska.
Yeah.
This is the year of the ska.
Ska is always good.
I
love ska.
If we're not going straight up metal around here or grunge, probably ska is the likely
Yeah,
next
ska
culprit.
or punk. I put on Faction Punk actually on Sirius XM a lot because they play ska.
Matter of fact, I was jamming Boss Tones today.
Yep.
I like doing that to piss off the old folks at Walmart and just roll my windows down and run that bitch up as high as it'll go.
I
Be like,
find
what's all this brass?
I sound like the lead singer anytime I sit down or get up. Because every time I sit down, it's like, oh, getting up.
Shit. Which actually does exemplify what, his name slipped my brain at the moment, the dude from Real Big Fish, and the fact that he is able to shift between a little bit of a growly kind of a fucking lead vocal to a very clean one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's all one dude. Boss Tones, it's 2 dudes.
Yeah. A gravelly, growly dude and the other guy.
Okay. I don't think I knew that.
Kind of like Bare Naked Ladies and Linkin Park.
Yeah.
Anybody need a beer?
Yeah. That shit could have been Fool, and I would have said yes. Oh my God! I don't. If what would have been on my top 5 Spotify if I actually had it, would probably be. I know Tool would be on there. I know Jerry'd be on there. Because when the Jerry Cantrell album comes out, I want to listen to all the other shit too.
Right.
Which, in contrast, this new album is actually kind of jarring, really. You go from like Boggy Depot, Degradation Trip, Brighton.
And that's the one thing. I mean, I'm already stealing from myself on what our picks are going to be later on in the month, but Brighton is going to be probably my number 1. It is such a weird record because Degradation Trip and Boggy Depot are both very angsty, sad or angry, everything on them.
It's got a real Alice in Chains vibe.
Which worked really well for me at that time. I was really able to embrace it. And that was back when I didn't like Alice in Chains, too,
right.
by the way.
Heathen.
And Proud. The thing is, Brighton, though, is the same except in major chords. So it's like, what the fuck? What are you doing to me, Jerry?
We need someone to redo the album all in minors.
And it turns out I'm actually pretty cool with major chord shit nowadays. I don't have to have everything being Doom related or minor chord related.
Well, I think that might also be because of the fact that there hasn't been a lot of good Doom metal lately.
Doom is kind of, well,
I mean, it's out there.
It is.
There's a lot of it, but nothing has come out and punched me in the gut like Foundation's Burden did.
Yeah.
Or I would even throw Heartless on there. In hindsight, it didn't age super well, in my opinion. Just my own shit. But at the end of the day, there just hadn't been a lot of good Doom.
It's been notably absent. Now, and I would say actually it's just a matter of timing because Pelican put out an album not long ago. Elder put out an album not long ago. The shit we really enjoy. Paul Bearer is kind of taking a weird turn. The stuff we really, really enjoy is not there right now.
Right. And it seems like they're going away from it.
Yeah. Well, metal subgenres, they come and go.
I can't even remember the name of that last album. What was it called?
Which one?
Their most recent.
Which are they?
Paul Bearer.
Heartless wasn't their
Forgotten Days?
Well, they did. Was that a full record, though?
That was a full record.
No shit.
Yeah. I don't see.
Well, that tells you. That tells you all you need to know right there.
Talk about it like, that shit didn't even register on us.
Yeah. Because it wasn't. I wouldn't classify it as Doom, though.
Well, they haven't been Doom since half of Heartless.
Yeah.
Foundation's Burden last time they were Doom.
Right.
It's like, oh, you found it. Cool. We're gonna hang a left up here. Get a little rocky.
Yeah. Doom metal actually works really, really well for us because it's not just over the top. And the vocal styling is always pretty subdued, and it's heavy, but it's slow. It's some shit we can do what we like to get real high, and and that's some great music for
Good
that.
stuff for that.
Although I gotta say is that Tool is the unrivaled and much heralded for that. It occurred to me the other night, I was like, why don't we just listen to Tool all the time?
It would take the guesswork out of picking music out of the whole equation for sure.
Right.
Just throw on an hour concert, as long as it's recorded off the board, it's going to sound pretty good.
Yeah, a lot of it. Because we were listening to one of their tours from 2016, I want to say.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Damn, I would have had that pegged further back. Fucking
Maynard
Maynard sounded youthful.
It was only 5 years ago, yeah.
Damn.
Of course, Maynard's got his brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu now.
Oh, wow.
So,
I don't think I knew that.
Got that just earlier this week.
Doesn't he own a winery?
He owns a winery. He owns a dojo, a BJJ dojo. He's in Tool. He is in Pussifer. He's in APC. He's a busy man.
Yeah, he is.
And he's had COVID twice. So.
Yeah, and
is he married?
Yes.
Okay.
I was going to say, yeah, he is, right?
Yeah. Because his wife is she has businesses on the side, too.
Damn.
I'm like, what are you trying to take over the world? Well,
I think they're probably just don't want to be bored.
I guess.
That is the ultimate evil, isn't it?
Yeah.
See, and that's the weird thing, because that's what I strive for. It's like, man, I feel bored. This is all right.
No. Too much boredom. Yeah. What is it? Something about idleness makes the devil's work or something.
Idle hands is the
There
devil's
you
dingling.
go. Oh, is that what it is?
Oh, no, sorry, I'm quoting something else.
Cock, right? There's a cock. Yeah.
Well, I use dingling because, I respect our listeners.
Right, yeah.
Oh, my
Since
God.
we don't have
You don't
piss
call
to
them
talk
out like I do, maybe.
Talking to you, bitch.
It's kind of interesting because we're getting ready to wrap up the year 2021. The state in which we call home is getting ready to go legal rec on the fun, as Brandon calls the green liquor. We're of course talking about cannabis.
Hello, Daisy.
What is there anything going on in that industry to get ready for this shit? Because if you're a medical patient like I am, you kind of start wondering a little bit, like, is there going to be enough shit for me when this hits the streets?
Actually, I'm glad you asked this because I've answered this question multiple times. So here's the deal in New York. I was about to say
New York, where you used to live.
Yeah, right.
Up in the Adirondacks.
God damn, that totally derailed me, bro.
Because this man used to live in fucking Saugerties, so,
So it basically, God damn, that really fucked me up.
Whoops.
Now I'm just thinking about like pizza and sandwiches. So they have until April 1st to get this going under their own rules, county by county. At that point,
they meaning
anybody, like the counties.
The
counties. Like if you want rules that you want put in for this shit, you have till April 1st to get that in. If you don't do anything, then you're letting the state do it for you.
Oh, shit.
As far as like the guidelines for how that shit should work.
So I got to rely on the county we live in and the state?
Yes.
I think we're fucked.
It's a little
right?
scary.
We're fucked,
we're
yeah.
completely fucked.
You just rely on the fine cannabis producers of the area. But the one of the things in the bill is stores have to have something to the
medical
for
patients.
medical patients.
Exactly.
So if I show up and it's nothing but outdoor grown shit, right? And that's
Well, no,
Oh,
that
man.
just might be bad luck. Because the outdoor grown stuff, I mean, shit, we're selling stuff at 20% up on the outdoor, which is kind of shocking. But the whole thing, up to 25% of our stock we can put aside for medicinal patients.
now is just 25% any, or is it like no? You got to make sure because people have like a lung situation like I do. I can't smoke flower.
Yeah.
Right,
Well, see,
you have
like,
to have edibles.
like when you go to buy edibles, if you're doing it rec, I forget the exact milligrams that you can walk out with. 200, 400,
There's
something
a
like that.
limit.
Something like
Okay,
that.
That makes sense.
We sell shit in 600 and
I was
1,000.
gonna say
Yeah.
I got 1,000 bottles
Yeah.
sitting right, over
Right.
there.
So
That-
that means that would
Yeah.
be barred for
if you're a
for
rec user,
patients.
fuck
Yeah.
your mouth. You can't have it.
Right. That's
I
fair.
gotta say, if it's anybody around here though, and they're medical only, they're getting all of my business. Just letting you know.
I wish where I was at would do that.
yeah,
but
'cause
they're not.
Somebody will because
there's-
they'll know
Yeah,
that that's
someone
where
will
the niche
figure
is
it
at.
out.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but in essence, you'll also be losing money.
I don't
if
know.
you strictly cater to medicinal, it's not going to be super profitable in a rec environment,
Well,
especially here.
Native Roots up in Denver fucking does very well, and that's the only thing they deal with. Now, am I comparing the little place where we live to fucking Denver? Yeah, I am.
Goddamn
God
right.
damn it.
And we're losing. And we are losing. So, yeah, as far as your worry about not getting access to the shit that you normally have access to, don't worry about
Yeah.
it.
You
Okay.
should be
I mean, fuck, I work there. If I see there's one left, be like, I'll pick
Yeah, I
that bitch
know.
up.
But I'm thinking in terms of like a generic me,
Overall,
you know?
though, yeah, the John Q. Robbins. The
John.
I think I'm gonna fucking change my name to that. We get this band off the ground, goddammit. You can look for some shit in the liner notes, and that'll be my name.
medicinal users would be all right. Besides, fucking rec users are going to be paying out the ass. 20 cents on the dollar day one. Day one.
So the tax is gonna be 20.
It's whatever the excise tax is on top of local tax.
Holy shit.
So that's gonna be more like 30. No, 20.
Maybe
Well, it depends on where you
state.
live in the
I
state.
think it-
29%.
Yeah, I think it's going to start out that, and then that 20% coming in from the tax, I think bumps up to 30 in like 10 years.
Yeah, because because I know it's a tax that is placed upon the top of another tax, cumulative. So, it's not a cheap endeavor for a lot of people.
Which is, it's not cheap to buy it. That's really what it's going to be. I mean, I feel like they're almost going to treat it like cigarettes.
Yeah, no, it sounds like they're
It's
already
like taxed all fuck, but it's really nowhere near what cigarettes and booze do to you.
Yeah.
Well, but if you live in a poor state, man, that shit turns into, and everybody starts thinking it's a gold mine of every political stripe. It's like, man, we're going to get so rich on this.
Yeah.
It's already happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, I would even say it's happened.
Yeah.
Now, the good thing is, too, though, then so on the medical side, God, I didn't mean to go down a fucking road of talking about legalized cannabis and shit. But so if you're a medical patient, though, after April 1st, do they drop the taxes then, or they keep the sales tax in place?
On medicinal?
Yeah.
You're not paying taxes now.
Okay. I didn't think so,
We
but I
got
didn't
rid of
know
that-
if that was the thing that they were going to introduce. Like, well, we want a little extra money, and we'll take that 5%.
As soon as it all became 100% legit and there was a framework, we got rid of the tax on medicinal.
Okay.
So
this is where you go for all your news. You know,
the only thing you're paying taxes on are like accessories,
right?
like pipes,
Sure.
hemp wraps,
Yeah, hand
hats,
jobs, hand jobs.
pretty hats and hand jobs. Is that a Stone Temple Pilots song?
It is. No, that's candy bars and some kitchenware.
Refrigerators and blow jibbers.
But speaking of which, so my brother Daryl, that I reference all the time on this show, he and his twin and a couple other dudes in Austin are in a Stone Temple Pilots tribute band.
Firecracker Smile.
Indeed. And playing their first gig a week from tomorrow, Saturday. I don't remember the venue, but it's down in Austin. I got a little excited about that because, damn it, when we're sitting around trying to figure out covers we just want to do for our own satisfaction, Stone Temple Pilots is always in there somewhere. So I was kind of excited about that.
It's a comfortable, nice one to be able to go to.
Right.
You know, it feels good to do it. It's not super intricate, and it's just a nice mellow groove. Yeah, fuck yeah. Stone Temple Pilots, great band to cover.
Man, I don't want to go and shift gears into something that we always talk about when Chris is on, because it feels like I'm always like putting her on the spot on
No, not at all.
on bullshit. We got what?
Omicron.
Is it Omicron or is it Omicron?
My understanding is it's Omicron. It's so funny. I've heard it pronounced so many different ways, and I'm just dying a little inside.
There's a chick that's a Greek scholar or something like that, and she'd said, "You guys are all pronouncing this wrong." It's like,
oh, maybe we're all wrong then.
Yeah.
I mean, if she knows the right way, I would trust her over anything.
I don't
I
know.
believe it's Omicron.
Hey, we're putting the
Really?
No, it's
no,
not.
no.
Oh, okay.
We're
I was
putting-
like, you can see how gullible I am. I'm like,
no. We're putting the emphasis on the wrong part of the word. So,
Oh, okay. Well, I mean.
But-
As is our lot.
how bad's this shit?
Can I be honest? I haven't looked at any of the data yet because it's actually all really preliminary. So a lot, my understanding, because I always watch what the CDC does versus what the WHO does,
Right.
is that the WHO is of the opinion while this is a more transmissible form of COVID, it's a less severe, like for some reason this sickness seems to be more mild. Now, again, this is all preliminary because,
Yeah.
again, they're just now starting to track it.
That'd be
So patient 0 in the United States is Cali. Now we have, at least last time I looked at the
Couple in New
news.
York, right?
Yeah, Colorado, Minnesota. So yeah, I mean we're already hitting spots across the states.
so weird to me. But if it's less lethal, then I
Yeah.
think isn't that a precursor or at least a marker that we're about to hit another mutation that'll be even less?
I don't know. I mean,
Wasn't that like an initial talking point about Delta? Is like super transmissible. Doesn't seem like it's going to fuck you up as bad.
Well,
But I
my
mean,
understanding was Delta was pretty horrifying, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Like it was pretty brutal,
well, they always downplay it initially, and
then it ended up being pretty gnarly.
because we're fucking idiots in this country, and we're politically motivated. So it's like, well, our guy did this, and your guy did that. You know what? It's a pandemic that doesn't know or care about your fucking
right. There's
my
no
guy-
political
What do you do at the ballot box?
affiliation.
the fuck
Yeah,
does that
it's
even
sad.
mean, my guy?
It's really sad.
I don't got a guy.
Everybody got a guy. Everything. You're in that box or that box.
I am the guy.
Yeah. Well, that's the
I'm
right
that
way.
dude
to
that
look
got what you need. Eyes on the prize, picking up speed.
But honestly, I really don't know yet. I'm still kind of watching, and I'll see, what the data says basically, and I'll wait and just kind of. I'm definitely gonna go get my booster though. It's now more pertinent than ever.
I got mine.
Yeah, how'd you do?
Well, let me tell you a tale. All the bad shit from shot 1 and shot 2 were manifested in that booster.
Yeah, bad.
And the nurse even said, "Oh, well, it's not actually a full dose, so you'll probably actually not feel near the effects." Oh, fuck that!
Man.
I felt all the effects from 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I got the sore ass arm out of it that 1 gave me,
Right.
And I got like the weird flu symptoms, especially
Yeah.
fever. Now I didn't get the headache.
Okay, that's good.
That's good, but man, the flu was the
flu part.
The
Body
fever.
aches.
Did
the
you get
fever
Did you
shit
get
was
the
worse.
malaise, the body aches? Like, yeah.
I don't know. I slept through most of the day.
Okay, that's good.
Yesterday, I got it at 3:00 on a Wednesday. I started feeling the effects. I think I woke up in the middle of the night, like 3 or 4 in the morning, and then I
Yep,
was
12
feeling that
hours
thing.
later.
But then the interesting thing is, Brandon goes and hits me up. It's like, man, I don't know how fucked up you are. Are you okay with watching some football on Thursday night? And that was like just after 3:00. It's like, weirdly, yes. I
you
felt like
did it.
shit 20 minutes ago. I'm
Right.
feeling great now. And it legitimately 12 hours to kick in and 12 hours to get past that shit. So nobody likes to get sick, but goddamn it, 12 hours is not a
Oh,
bad.
yeah, it's not
I wish I could schedule mine for like 2 in the morning.
I know.
I don't
want
wanna get all
I'm trying to
fucking
figure
up,
it
huh?
out.
Kicks in at 2:00. I'm already drunk, and I'm like, I'm going to bed. See y'all tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. Shit. All right. Well, Brandon, I mean, we're all over the map on this one. There was a story I'd sent you pertaining to one of your favorite UFC fighters.
Actually, we should get to that right after because update.
Oh, do we have an LJ spot?
We have an LJ segment.
Oh, Lottie Law. Come on, LJ. Let's get the lowdown on what's going down with LJ.
Hey guys, welcome back to the metal portion of the Mead, Metal, and MMA podcast. I'm your indelible host, LJ, whatever the fuck that means. And sorry for the shitty quality, but my computer finally gave out, well, the hard drive did. So I'm not able to record them in my usual funny or complex fashion. So, with that being said, all apologies in order, let's jump into the metal. First off, the band we got is called Unanimated. The album is called Victory in Blood. You like mayhem? The band, not the concept. Well, this is up your alley. Swedish metal as extreme as putting a bunch of rusty nails, razor blades, and thumbtacks in a blender, and then serving a glass to your enemy. Because why not? Alright, next up we got Volbeat, Servant of the Mind. It's Volbeat. Metal? Rock? Who gives a shit? These guys go into my workout playlist every time I hit the heavy bag. It's like, I'm too much of a bitch to own a heavy bag, and I'm too lazy to have a workout playlist. But whenever anything I said applies to you, this is worth picking up. Next up, The Browning, End of Existence. This is one I could see Ruben buying. I'm not calling him out on his questionable music taste, that's his business. I say it's one he would buy because The Browning makes the kind of music a guy like Ruben would enjoy. The Browning. Are they named after the Browning Firearm Company, a member of the band, or a specific shade of shit? No idea. But it's badass. And by that I mean either bad or ass, but not a combination of the two. Stick to Norwegian black metal. And now, to all you AC/DC fans out there, good news. There are 2 albums listed as being by various artists, consisting of Back in Black Redux, whatever the fuck that means, and Best of AC/DC Redux. Spoiler alert, all the songs sound the same. Just kidding. I'm hoping these bands put their own twist on the songs, like with Metallica's Blacklist compilation. Swear to God, if I gotta hear 6 versions of You Shook Me all night long, I'm gonna kill one hostage every repeat until someone shuts it the fuck off. And that's the Metal Podcast for this week. Take care, guys, and we'll see you next week whenever, next week? No, maybe the week after. Whatever. Next time we have a Metal Podcast, you can bet your sweet ass I'll have the laptop up and running and have that high-quality, pristine bullshit you guys love hearing. Take it away, Kevin and Brandon, or if this is at the end of the podcast, see ya. Take care, bye-bye, stay safe, and rock the fuck out. Laters.
Woof, woof, woof. I was expecting like I almost got caught stealing by like Jane's addiction on that. Good dog bark at the end, LJ. If he prepared it that way, fucking kudos.
That's
to
right.
That
Give that dog a biscuit treat.
That dog at least nominated for a Grammy, right?
Oh my God.
Ooh, it's easy to do these days.
Do podcasts get nominated for Grammys? I don't think they do.
God, I
right?
fucking hope.
I hope not. Although it is hilarious that Joe Rogan's podcast got bumped out of #1, probably making a bunch of fucking meat-headed fucking idiots fucking really angry. The It's Always Sunny podcast fucking bumped it out of the #1 spot.
Well, good.
Charlie Day is always better than Joe Rogan. Get the fuck out of here. And guess what? I'm not going to ask either one for health advice.
Correct. I'm going to ask an expert for health advice.
Let me ask you this, because you're our resident fucking
We can go ahead and
scientist.
segue into MMA.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, kind of.
let me ask real fast. Though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right.
You know.
Because Dana White,
Old
president
Uncle
of
Dana.
UFC, got fucking COVID. And
And his whole family.
Because they all jammed into a house for Thanksgiving and, and all that shit. And every
And
one
no
of them.
one's vaxxed,
Every
I
one of
assume.
them. Actually, he was.
Oh,
He
so
said
he
he
had
was.
a breakthrough
was,
case.
you know.
Okay.
Might be like Antonio Brown being vaxxed, too, though. We just don't know.
I don't
my
know.
God.
But he said the first thing he did was call Joe Rogan,
Yeah, that's who I call.
Let me ask. Yeah, it's like, what dummy used to be on news radio I need to check in with? Monoclonal antibodies, everybody always goes, well, you got to do that. You got to do that in the ivermectin. Monoclonal antibodies are not easily accessible by anybody but the real fucking wealthy,
Yeah,
right?
you have to have good money.
You gotta have a lot of money.
Very, very, very expensive. And I actually don't fully know, like I couldn't explain to you the way it works inside your body. I don't know that.
That's
But
okay. I'm too dumb for an
it's
explanation.
that's why, you only hear about like Trump getting it and, people that have good money.
Yeah.
supposedly.
If you got a pile of money, you'll probably do okay.
Yes,
Maybe.
correct.
Although Do you get a sneaking suspicion that Rogan probably is vaccinated, though, and he's just fucking lying to everybody?
I have no idea. I'm going to be frank. I feel like these people are really standing by the stuff that they preach. I don't necessarily believe that they're lying. I don't know, though. That's a good point, because like DeSantis, I believe, is vaccinated, and he's highly anti-vax. Well,
it's the same thing. And I caught some asshole on social media the other day saying, I'm not taking the Biden vaccine. It's like, you mean the one that Trump got before he left office?
Yeah.
That vaccine?
Why is that motherfucker getting all the credit for this shit? Like, the Biden vaccine.
I know.
Oh, my God. I just thought of a fucking story. I got cyber. It happened at work, though.
But you know what? There's not a great MMA card. We can discuss a few things, but go.
Okay.
Let's focus on the more important shit.
So, I don't bitch about my job.
Right.
I haven't bitched about it. I don't think ever. Really.
So far to date, one time. That's it.
One time. And that was a pretty extenuating circumstance.
Right.
It fucking happened again today, but I was like noticeably a dick to a customer.
You're talking about people walking in without masks, right?
Yeah. 90% of the people coming into the dispensary do not wear masks.
That's so fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, really? I don't think most of my students would wear a mask if I didn't require it in my classroom.
Yeah.
Man.
Albeit the state requires it, then fuck it. Who cares?
No one cares.
We're rebelling. The problem is that you fucking locked everybody down when you didn't know, and now that we do know, and you're trying to fucking kind of lock it down again, and you can't. Yeah. Because people, at the end of the day, are impetuous little fucking children about things.
We're just grown children running around.
I met one today that shares my name.
Oh.
Do you have the last name?
Just the first.
Oh, okay.
Actually, the last name starts with a B, so
Holy
it's pretty goddamn close. I occasionally look at them like, why am I in the queue? Oh, wait, that ain't me. So this guy comes in, looks like he's had a tough day. I mean, it's not like I'm cordial with everybody. It's my job.
We work at a dispensary, not
I
a truck stop.
I get paid to be nice. And he's talking about, maybe not the best day in the world, but who wants to listen to anybody, bitch? I'm like, yeah, who'd listen, man, right? And, pretty cordial. It's like, all I got to say after that is thank you, Brandon. And he laughed.
God.
And he laughed. Like a good guffaw.
Because your name?
No.
Do you not know? The whole Biden thing?
The Brandon.
Let's for idiots.
Brandon.
The idiots
Let's
thing.
Go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon. Not thank you, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon.
Like I don't want you utilizing curse words around my children, but I will use a replacement term. Right.
And I didn't react to it.
And actually, this is based on what the NASCAR fans, right? Shouting "fuck Joe Biden," and there was like a
smartest
journalist.
Fans in the world,
yeah,
sir.
Clearly. And there was like some fucking asshole that was standing around. She's like, "Hey, they're saying let's go, Brandon," because she was interviewing somebody by the name of Brandon, right?
Yeah, I believe that's what it was.
That's where it comes from.
My understanding.
Oh, it's the most clever thing I've ever heard. And I will say this. Don't be a pussy. Say fuck Joe Biden.
Exactly.
Don't be a puss. Stop being a fucking little asshole.
That ain't even my problem. Here's my fucking problem. Because he says it, laughs, looks at me, and I'm not doing anything. I'm looking at him like, okay, what do you want? Like, what do you want to buy for weed?
Right, you're a bud tender.
And
you're not a comedian.
And he was like, oh, what are you, a Biden supporter? And I was like, no, I just don't think that joke's very funny.
Right.
And promptly got a negative review.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, how dare this guy disagree with me politically?
What a bitch.
I don't
my
Actually, not,
God.
Or not even that. How dare this
guy?
guy?
No.
Oh,
Fuck
okay.
no.
How dare this guy not appreciate my right-wing humor? I'm going to give him a negative review.
I've had a perfect 5-star rating at that place since we started doing that shit.
So just
I didn't give a fuck about it then. I don't care about it now. It doesn't pay me. They don't give me no money for it.
Oh, okay. Well, then, yeah, who cares?
Yeah, fuck that guy. He's probably the same one that said clickbait, right? Oh, wait, that's a different name. So let's move on to a segment that, because this is a show where we talk about multiple things, sometimes mead, sometimes metal, sometimes MMA, sometimes all three. Most of the time, though, definitely shit outside of that box. So therefore, we get a full gamut of information for people out there that sometimes may not reflect just the photo that we utilize for that week. So what do we have going on for MMA?
Well, there's fights. I know that.
Yeah!
Woo!
Move on to the close.
Blood!
Let's get out of here and get drunk, guys. Let's see. Well, we know Kevin Lee got fucking released.
Motown Phenom, right?
Yep.
Same with Kasanganai. I don't remember his first name, but Emil, I think Kasanganai got released. He was one of those, because I'd made the comment, I was like, man, if you're a UFC fighter out of the continent of Africa, you're probably going to kick everybody's ass. And most of them did, except for Kasanganai.
It's just, I don't know, man. That, the whole thing with, because like pro wrestling, they do releases all the fucking time. Kind of on the regular.
Sure.
The regular. That's the reg and regular altogether. But, God, I said it again, didn't I? I said regular.
Regular.
God damn it.
Being all regular with
Hope I
your
don't
speech
smell
today.
burning hair, or else you guys might have to get me somewhere quick. The releases, that's fine. I mean, Kevin Lee hadn't had a good run of it in a while.
Right?
I got a problem that Jeff Neal got picked up for DUI and had a gun on him.
Okay. Now, here's this. As he got picked up in Collins County, Texas,
Yes.
night of Thanksgiving. His lawyer, well, no, lawyers always do, say, well, he was not drinking. So we'll find out. But the lawyer firmly believes in the dude submitted to blood work rather than just a simple breathalyzer. And his lawyer seems
move.
really confident that he was not 0.08 or above. Texas has laws that are similar to this shithole we're living in because if you're caught with any kind of an impairment and you have a firearm, that is improper use of firearms. That is a charge that they will levy against you based on another charge. So if he beats the rap on the DWI, he will not. They have to throw out the weapons one.
And I'm really hoping that's the case.
He's still fighting a week from tomorrow.
It's still on. I mean, I was reading it. I was like, man, if it says that fight's been pulled, I'm a lot less likely to want to watch that pay-per-view.
I got to say, as a guy that's a person of color in Texas getting pulled over on Thanksgiving and with a weapon, I'm glad Jeff Neal's still around, right?
Yeah.
Yikes. True, though.
It is, sadly, it is true. But we do got a fight card tomorrow. It actually comes on normal start time of 8 Eastern. No, 8 Mountain, 10 Eastern.
Yeah.
So those assholes on the East Coast have to stay up late while we can actually enjoy a fight card.
There you go. City never sleeps. Well, fuck you. Get ready for fights at 10 p.m.
The fight card overall, Clay Guida's on it, fighting Leonardo Santos at lightweight. We got Jimmy Crute coming back in light heavyweight.
Fighting Diego Sanchez. Oh, wait. That's the COVID news earlier. I already missed my opportunity. Never mind.
You had your window. Did he beat that? Or is he still fighting?
He's still in ICU.
I hope Josh Fabia can help him out.
Oh, fuck. What?
No, I didn't say nothing.
2021 has not been kind to Diego Sanchez.
No, it hasn't. But
based on his own decisions.
I was going to say, getting the COVID, being in the hospital with the COVID, and fucking letting Joshua Fabia put his finger in your bum whenever he wants to. That's all speculation, that last part. First two are true. But
the next one's plausible.
Oh, my God.
There's not a lot of arguments against the last one. But anyway, the main card tomorrow, main event, bantamweight, Rob Font taking on Jose Aldo. Jose Aldo has looked all right at bantamweight, except for whenever it's a title fight, he gets his ass beat.
Yeah, and they seemingly love to give him those all the time, even though he doesn't deserve them anymore.
Yeah.
Which reminds me of a lot of Dominic Cruz, who also is now on a prelim card for the pay-per-view next week.
Yeah, we'll
talk about that next week. Or well,
actually,
maybe.
no, we won't, because if next week we're not doing it because we got a rule. Week after that, the Mighty Media Hall gift exchange.
So we'll be doing one Christmas Eve.
Sounds like a Christmas Eve podcast.
Oh, okay. Well, I will
Bring
point
your
out
eggnog,
Dominic Cruz, who used to get. Let's face facts. The UFC, if you were a former champion, they will bend the fuck over backwards to give you a title fight, whether you deserve one or not.
Sure, especially at those smaller weight classes.
Yeah. So Dominic Cruz, once upon a time, every time, like, hey, you want to fight? Yeah, do you want to fight for a title? Hell yeah, I do. Oh, all you got to do is have some bad judges on hand, Sal D'Amato and fucking
Chris Lee.
And fight T.J. Dillashaw, let him beat your brakes off, and then you get the win, and you get to be a champ. Yay! And then
Everybody wins.
And then Cody Garbrandt comes in and kicks your ass, and then you're no longer champ again. And then he immediately got another title shot after that, I think. But that's it. Fucking that guy's on a prelim card now.
No, after that is when he fought, wasn't that when he fought Henry Cejudo? And Cejudo stopped him? And then Keith Peterson smelled like cigarettes and liquor?
Oh, that's right, yeah. That wasn't a title fight, though.
That was
Or was it? That was 135. That was the title fight.
Yeah, that was when Cejudo became champ.
So I was right. Yeah, title fight. So Dominic Cruz not getting title fights anymore.
That's all right. He doesn't need them.
He does not.
And that's a division that's kind of doing okay at the moment, especially with like the black eye Dillashaw.
What the fuck happened to Dillashaw?
Yeah, you win a fight by really
Yeah, Daddy's.
small.
Let me quote him: "Daddy's back, bitches." Well, where's Daddy at?
Much like
Is
my daddy. Where the fuck my daddy at?
Daddy a truck driver? I ain't seen Daddy in a long time.
I wish I could just hit stop right there. It'd been all right. Oh, man. Well, outside of that, it's normal shit. John Jones talking shit about Mike Winklejohn now.
Oh, that's a guy that needs shit talked about him, though.
Oh, yeah.
So who do we have? Let's get to the main. What is the main and co-main for tomorrow?
The main's Rob Font and
that's not
Jose.
good. That's not good.
Co-main, Brad Riddle taking on Rafael Fiziev.
So I'm only excited for the time, not for the card.
I'm excited to drink while there are fights on.
Well, you could do that. Just has to be at 2 p.m. usually.
See,
these
I don't
days.
want, but I can't do that. I cannot be
Fight Island. You better be cracking them at 10 a.m., son.
I can't be midnight drunk at 3:00
Why not?
because I'll add to my growing police record.
It's plausible. Yeah.
I don't like being that drunk in the daytime. It's depressing. Unless I'm somewhere else. If I'm in this town, I don't like being drunk in the daytime.
Oh, I love being drunk in the daytime because then I get to go to bed at a decent time and wake up and do.
See, that shit don't mean anything to
adult
me.
shit.
That's a fun thing. Like, what happened to you? I slept off about 7:30 and hit the sack.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dumb ass is up till 2 or 3, zombie brained.
Oh
so
God. Honestly, I do that too.
let's go ahead and get to because we're about out of time, yeah.
I think we can shut her down.
All right. Well, I got to say, Krista, you're kind of like kind of our third, like unofficially and shit like that. It's cool that you like to hang out with
I enjoy
a couple
it.
assholes
Sorry
like
that
us.
I tend to distract from the 3 M's, the
No.
big 3.
You know what? Actually,
We've been doing that for a while.
yeah, that's been like a year in the making of that. It's like, you know what? Fuck that. Let's talk about the shit we want to talk about this week. Now, the framework is great. We want to talk about Mead. We want to talk about metal. We want to talk about MMA. We have that opportunity. Sometimes we don't even talk about any of that shit. But, so at least LJ keeps us on the straight and narrow in the metal segment. And by the way, if I owe an apology, then I'll throw one. So,
To who?
Anybody that wants it.
I'd like to take this moment to apologize to absolutely fucking nobody.
I'd like to apologize to everyone that might take any offense at me calling you out on your clickbait comment.
Oh.
And,
Okay.
keep doing what you do because everyone loves an internet troll.
I'd like to take this opportunity to tell that guy to go fuck himself right in the mouth.
There we go. Okay. And thanks to LJ for making his triumphant return, even in spite of his studio fucking melting down.
Indeed. Oh, shit. We need to get to picks.
Oh, shit. Okay. What you drinking?
This is going to be a shocker, but I'm drinking Budweiser.
Hey, all right. What you got, Krista?
I have a performance tomorrow, so I'm drinking water.
Bullshit.
No, she fucking like.
What are you gonna,
I'm performing for 3 hours tomorrow.
Can it really be that hard?
I mean, it's pretty grueling.
It
if
is
I'm
pretty
being
fucking
honest.
difficult. Yeah, I'm being a facetious shit talker. That stuff is like Cirque du Soleil hard, bro.
All right. Bring a little cannabis syrup. Moving
Fancy.
on to the what are you listening to for the week?
Elder and Cadaver joined together, put out an album that I've only heard one song off of. I need to listen to the rest of it. Sounds pretty good.
All right, far out. Krista, what you got?
Oh, y'all know I listen to audiobooks usually. I'm listening to How to Be an Anti-Racist.
Nerd.
You need help in that field? Come on now.
We all need help in that field. We have a lot of unlearning to do.
Yeah, I don't feel
I'm
that
just
I'm all
racist
that
against
bad
white
off.
people.
Is there one for how to be a racist? Because maybe I can ramp it up, right?
Oh, no,
That's-
no.
Like how to be
No.
how to be racist-er.
Yeah.
No, opposite. No.
How to,
Just gonna
how
big
to,
you.
how to find individual faults in people. How about we do that?
That's actually what this book is about not making assumptions based on someone's grouping in a racial structure. It's about looking at them as an individual.
Find something wrong with a person and then let them know about it and tell them it has nothing to do with who they are. As a
It
person.
has everything to do with you.
Fights, I don't know. I got Rob Font going to fast. First round.
I'm picking Clay Guida for finish tomorrow.
There you go.
Clay Guida is going to be doing some work.
I have a funny feeling it's going to be a boring card, I bet. But we'll see. I hope I'm wrong.
It'll be nighttime. We'll be drinking. I'm looking forward to it.
Krista, thanks again for joining us.
Indeed.
For having me, I enjoy it.
Enjoy
See you
your
in a couple
performance.
weeks on the gift exchange, and we'll catch up with you in 2022.
Can't wait.
All right. Hey, all the rest of you assholes, we'll catch up again, huh? Sometime? One of these days?
Clickbait. Hashtag clickbait.
Hashtag.
That ended it.